Short story, no matter what you see online, no matter how many videos you watch, there is no way to manipulate the system. You have to physically play the game or put in physical dollars to get cards. There's no way around it. That's just what you have to do. What's up, gamers? Hey, my name is Daryl and welcome to the Full Grip. Today we're going to be starting a Magic Arena account from fresh. We're going to do a couple tips and tricks to get some free gold and some free cards, some wild cards, and we're going to start the account with a meta deck. This is a top 8 deck. There's actually going to be 2 of them that we're going to be dealing with. So let's go ahead and get started. First, whenever we're dealing with Magic, we have 2 currencies. We have gold and gems. Gold you earn through your daily tasks. Gems you earn as rewards through events. The card currency is going to be your wild cards. This is what we're going to be focusing on today. As in, we do need a certain amount of wild cards to build the deck itself. We're not going to spend all kinds of real money, real dollars, to get rares and mythics. We're going to use some in-game tips and tricks to earn these wild cards, and we're going to build 2 budget decks. With those 2 budget decks, we're going to be climbing the mythic ranks. We're going to be getting some free packs as we move forward, and as we play the game, we're going to get more and more cards. We're going to build our collection and have better decks. So, short story, no matter what you see online, no matter how many videos you watch, there is no way to manipulate the system. You have to physically play the game or put in physical dollars to get cards. There's no way around it. That's just what you have to do. Now, you can do certain things to maximize your gold. Like, for example, this daily task right here, it's a $500 or 500 coin daily task. We're going to re-roll that because we want a 750, and looks like we didn't get it. We'll try again tomorrow. I only complete daily tasks that are 750. I don't complete the 500s. I just reset them the following day. You can reset once each day. Now, setting up the account, it was a brand new, fresh account. No ranked games played, nothing of that nature. Brand new account. I went through and I did all of the color. I went through and did all the color challenge events, which those will give you all the basic color decks, single color decks. Then I went through and did the additional challenges where you get some dual color decks. They give you a mythic. That's how I got this one mythic wild card. And then you come across this. This is the last challenge. It's going to be 100 spells. I've done 94 out of 100. I'm going to finish the rest up here shortly. And it's going to unlock the 5 enemy color dual decks. Now, the reason why we're doing this is it's going to give us a large amount of commons and uncommons that can be used towards our budget decks. And while I was doing that color challenge, I did my dailies and eventually got up to 12,350 gold. And I also got a couple packs which we'll open up later. I'm going to knock this challenge out real quick, and then I'll come right back to you with the rewards. And then we'll go to our next trick, which is actually going to be some free packs. And we're going to do a couple cosmetics that are also free. And I'll provide that information to you, those links and everything, here shortly. And there's the victory there. And with that, we should actually unlock all of our enemy color decks. Boom. So this is why we do the color challenge. These are all decks, or these are all cards that are given to us free, just for doing the challenge and completing it. And it's actually 5 decks, 5 enemy color decks. There's a whole bunch of rares. See? There's a whole bunch of rares and uncommons and commons within all of them. And this just keeps going and going and going. Alright, so when we go into the store, we're going to see up here on the top right, we're going to have redeem code. Now with this, on screen, I'm going to put in some codes. I'm going to put a picture for redeem codes for basically the set features. Every time a set comes out, you get a play code to get 3 decks or 3 packs free based on that set itself. And we're going to go ahead and put all of them in, and then we're going to open all the packs. Most of them aren't standard legal, which I don't care about. I care about them for the progression of the rare wild card. So on screen I should have the list of those the play codes, and once I redeem all of them, I'll go ahead and hop back in, and then we'll open those packs and we'll see what we got going here for you. Alrighty guys, unfortunately my computer did crash during the recording of opening the packs. I will be able to grab a screenshot of all the packs shown down below, but we did open quite a bit of packs for the rare cards, for the rare wild cards. And just to show you what that looked like, what we were looking to do is progress the wild card aggression, which is right up here. Every time you open 6 packs, you get a rare wild card. We did end up getting, I believe, 12 or 13 total rares and a couple mythics. And we ended up making the budget mono blue deck. Now with this deck, it is quite, it's simple. You just have to pilot it correctly. The deck itself only has 10 rare wild cards. The Ledger Shredder, 4 copies. Haunting Djinn, 4 copies. March of the Swirl Mist, 2 copies. Everything else is either common or uncommon. We only have basic lands. We have another big creature, the Tolarian Terror. It's just a big 5/5, usually comes down for 1 mana. We do have 4 different draw spells: Flow of Knowledge, Thirst for Discovery, Impulse, and Consider. These are basically all cantrips or card advantage, depending on how whichever one we cast and when we cast it. Fading Hope, Shore Up, Slip Out the Back, and March of the Swirling Mist. These are all of our protection spells. So these are going to protect our creatures who are going to be flying over the top if you're the Ledger Shredder or Haunting Djinn, or bashing down low if you're the Tolarian Terror. The Ledger Shredder itself is card filtration. Every time we cast our second spell each turn, it connives, which means we draw a card, discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, you get a +1/+1. So anything that we're ditching, any draw spells that we don't need, anything of that nature that we ditch, you get an additional +1/+1, which also makes the Haunting Djinn bigger, because every instant and sorcery spell within the graveyard gets it an additional 1 power. And in return, every instant and sorcery spell costs 1 less for the Tolarian Terror. That's why this comes down usually with paying only 1 blue mana. The big key to this budget deck is piloting it correctly, protecting your creatures when needed, and sometimes you gotta let things die, sometimes you gotta let things get countered, depending on what decks you're playing. But when the time is right and you come in, usually it's a big Haunting Djinn that you're gonna protect. You're gonna have a 2 to 3 turn clock on the opponent. You hit them with some big swings, and you typically win in that sense. So that's the deck tech. I'm so sorry opening the packs got lost in footage. But it is something simple that you guys can do on your end as well. Once you enter those play codes, you do receive all those packs. You will receive up to, I believe, at least 10 wild cards, depending on if you get any additional in your wild card slot. But outside of that, we do have our mono blue budget deck. This is a top 8 deck listed. You can go to Untapped GG, MTG Goldfish. This deck will show available there for you guys as well. With that being said, we do have the deck built. I'm going to get situated for some ranked runs. We're going to play some ranked matches. Probably play this all the way out of bronze, and then we'll probably build the red deck and then see where everything stands at that point. But outside of that, we have our deck on a brand new account. We still have 1,200 gold available on the account, so we can use those towards events and gain some gems. Or if the red deck needs some rares, we can open up some rare packs or some additional packs and get some rares that way as well. But I appreciate you guys spending your time here with me going over how to properly build a new account and how to start a brand new account with a meta deck. Outside of that, I'm going to go ahead and get into some ranked games. I do appreciate you guys sticking with me. And the big thing is, whenever you're playing with a budget deck, do not miss lethal. I'll catch you guys next time.